guys, welcome back to what may be another Arkansas adventure disaster. Some of you at least saw the last video of where I hit the manhole cover with the lawnmower and tore up the blades, bent the deck, broke the spindle. So all those parts came in. I'm going to attempt to put it all back together now. So, I don't expect a great number of views unless, I lose a digit here. So this, again, is the spindle that broke. I'll zoom in on that. But that spindle's the one that popped and deck bent and the blade was grinding into the deck. The new one, a little bit of difference in it. Everything's same size on it, length and everything, except this one has a grease zert on it. The other one did not. Now, just for the heck of it, I did give it about 3 good pumps. I don't know if it shipped from the factory dry or what, but that may be an indicator that they've had trouble with it, with the original design, squeaking, wearing out, prematurely or whatever, that they, put a grease zert on the replacement. And this supposedly is, an OEM part number and everything. So we'll see. It's the other thing that's strange about it. The bolts that held it on the other one are 12 millimeter. And the bolts that came with this one are 1/2 inch. And the threads are absolutely positively different. This old bolt will not go in there. And this one is a little bit longer. I don't think that's going to matter because these right here just barely went through it. But you can see the difference there. I think you can. But we'll see. As long as it don't interfere with the movement of the belt when it goes around, I think we'll be okay. The blades came in as well. They're the exact same size, same star holding it on. That's going to be a 15/16 bolt that is going to put that back on. So putting the pulley on and the blades is not an issue. The issue is doing this by myself, maneuvering the deck and lifting it up and putting the cotter pins and everything back in the right positions. But there is a tool. If you were just replacing the blades, obviously I don't have that luxury since I've got to, replace the spindle. But there's a tool you can buy, or, honestly, you could probably use a block of wood. That you don't even have to take the deck off to replace the blades. Just stop that blade from turning, and you can get under there with with a large socket. I'm going to use a breaker bar to tighten everything down, but it'd be a lot easier if you were just replacing the blades. But anyway, we're going to tackle this and see what happens. And hey, wish me luck. You may get to hear a few cussings along the way here. You never know. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to drop this spindle in and get that tightened down. Not a whole lot to it. If I can get it situated here. Got this tension bar that's in the way, or tension bracket. And I do want the grease zert to be facing, let me see, I want it facing to the side so that when I do need to grease it again, it'll be easier to get to, hopefully. There we go. Just like that. We'll get the bolts and flip it over and run those through. They're going to go in on this back side over here. I'll try not to block the camera too much, y'all. All right, let's see if I can hold this and we can get it squared away here. Get them all four lined up, maybe. Come on, boy. Again, I don't know how much of this y'all can see. I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Main thing is getting all these lined up without stripping out this cheap pop metal housing again. There we go. Just like that. All right. Okay. Got them finger tight. Go ahead and bump them the rest of the way. All right. Now, I will tell you, I had to take the tension off this little spring clip because it kept putting it right back in my way. Let's see how hard that's going to be to get back over there. Not much hand room at all. There we go. Finally. That one is done. That one is done. All right, let's put the blades on it. I might as well have left this up, shouldn't I? We will put the blades on her. And you can tell it's not going to grind into it. It's tight around that corner, but it won't grind into it. So that's the main thing. All right, I'm gonna try to use a block of wood to hold this thing in place while I tighten it down, if I can. Okay. I think that's pretty tight. We'll do the same on this side. As you can see, hard to do everything by yourself. I think that's got it. That has got it. Okay. Spindle's on. Blades are on. Now comes the fun part. Okay, so the next thing we've got to do, now that we've got the deck slid back up under there, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see. Let's see if I can line it up there. See that hanger? There's a hanger right there. And I've got to put this up on that hanger. And then we're going to put a big washer and a cotter pin on there, and we're going to do that on both sides. But I can't hold the camera or get the tripod low enough, so I'm going to have to shut it off and hang it, and I'll show you once it's on there. All right, so one thing I've got to do before I actually put that hanger on, this, I don't know if you can see it, this little bracket right here, I've got to hook a spring. You're not seeing that. I've got to hook a spring right there under that pulley, and then I've got to put this cable that's right there with that spring on that bracket right there. So let me, again, I can't hold the light and use two hands and hold the camera because it's way up under here. So let me knock that out. Okay, so there's the little cable I was trying to explain. It goes through that bracket, and then there's the spring that connects to that pulley. And that was a pain in the you-know-what, because I'm working one-handed there. But anyway, let's get the hangers going. Okay, so let me show you what I was talking about. There's the, let's see, there it is. There's the first hanger, goes down to the deck, and then that bar goes up and hangs there. And I've got a pin right here. That's just the cage, kind of help you get the belt back on. No big deal there. But all that's pretty much the same on the other side, other than you do have a pin right there on the front. And then again, let's see if you can see there. There's the one pin there. And where's the hanger? If I can find it for you. Right there. So that's all it is to putting the deck back on. But it is a terrible pain by yourself. I can just tell you that. So it's back together. It's not hard. It's just cumbersome because, again, I needed another hand to help hold some things. But we're fixing to roll it out there and crank it up and see if the blades will fly off and, you know, cut a few trees down that no longer will drop leaves. Okay. This was my punishment for being stupid the other day. Let's see if it'll run without throwing the blade off of it. If this blade comes off and hits the camera, nice knowing y'all. $120 later, good as new. Just a pain in the rear to have to deal with it. But anyway, thank y'all for watching these two goofy videos on lawnmowers and manhole covers. I appreciate that too. And you know, it's just always something around the house. I'll have a few videos before spring. I don't know if we'll get another fishing trip or not. We're supposed to have some 20-degree weather in the next 4 or 5 days. And that kind of rules out my camping trip. I really didn't want to go in the 20s. But you never know. We could get a decent weekend before Christmas. And I could possibly do that as well. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. The new subscribers, really appreciate y'all. Old ones too, obviously. But y'all take care, and we'll catch you later. See ya.